Hi everyone, today we're going to compare two really popular dishwasher brands, and that's Bosch versus Miele. So again, two European style dishwashers that we compare all the time, all day, every day in the showrooms here. So a great comparison to get into. So let's start with really kind of what makes a European dishwasher, and then we'll talk about Bosch here. So really with Bosch and most European dishwashers, they're going to sit a little bit more, or they will sit flush in your cabinets. So if you're doing a custom panel, a wood panel, anything like that, you absolutely want to be making sure you're looking at a European or something that's going to sit flush in the cabinets. Drying is also a little bit different on European dishwashers. The way that that works, European dishwashers use a condensation dry. What happens there is the hot water in that dishwasher will turn to steam. The steam is attracted to the cold stainless steel tub of the dishwasher, and then it will just dissipate down, and that's how it dries. So really important, you keep the dishwasher door closed for that entire cycle. Make sure you're not opening it. You never want to release all that heat and steam because that's kind of what makes it dry. Bosch, with drying specifically, does a few things. And really on what we're going to focus on here with Bosch is their 500 series and their 800 series. Really their two most popular series. They have some lower, some higher, but really these are the ones that are the meat of what they sell. In the 500 series, what Bosch does for drying is an auto open door. So at the end of the cycle, the dishwasher pops open. It'll release all that excess moisture, the steam, water vapor, all those things to kind of help finish off that drying a little bit. Now, what really makes a Bosch dry really well is on those 800 series and up, they have something called CrystalDry. And I would say it's probably the best drying dishwasher that we sell today would be a Bosch with CrystalDry. I have one in my house. I know for personal experience. We have 3 kids at home. We do a ton. We run the dishwasher every single day with a ton of plastics and things like that. While nothing dries plastic great, this will probably do the best job out of anything. What CrystalDry is, it actually uses a mineral called zeolite. That zeolite is actually in the bottom of the dishwasher, kind of underneath the tub. When the dishwasher gets really hot, that moisture, the zeolite attracts that moisture and it will naturally emit heat throughout the dishwasher. So it's kind of like having a heating element in there that we talk about with older American style dishwashers that have that. It's kind of like having that in this Bosch, but it's energy free. It doesn't use any energy. It's just the zeolite that is emitting that moisture. So really does a phenomenal job. Other thing that I would say is when you step up in at least that 500 series, Bosch last year came out with something called like their power wash arm. So where most dishwashers have a traditional kind of 3 wash arms, top, middle, and bottom. Bosch has that, but on the bottom, instead of just a regular spray arm, they actually have a power arm extension that's kind of on the end of it. And what that does is it actually gets all the corners of the dishwasher, so you make sure that you're not missing any spots. That wash arm is not missing any corners or anything like that. It really does a really nice job of getting that full wash. So Bosch, in addition to all that, really just happens to be one of the more reliable dishwashers that we carry. So really everything from reliability, drying, style with different options from custom panels to pocket handles to bar handles. They really give you a little flavor of everything and truly just one of the better dishwashers out there.
Playing off of that, having owned a couple of Bosch, I can tell you certainly a good quality dishwasher. Everything you said is true. We talk about quality, and that's just kind of a word thrown around. I would say an average life for a Bosch, having had 2 of them, 7 to 10 years, I think, about
Absolutely.
6 to, depending on
Yeah.
hard your kids
No
are.
good.
Mine were pretty hard. I have 3 as well.
Yeah.
Tough on them. But I would say 7 to 10 years. When I think about who the Miele customer is and what that looks like, I think about that Bosch customer kind of in that 5 and 800 series,
Yeah.
being somewhere between $1,000 and $1,400.
100%.
That is the meat of Bosch's market, and it's very strong. It has a large share of that business in that category. When I think of Miele, certainly quality. But I think it takes it to the next level. Not that Bosch is bad. I think that's kind of an industry standard. Miele really making pretty much every nut, bolt, screw, quality control is very, very different. German engineered, but that Bosch isn't, but made in that factory, really quality control to the level that it is not uncommon to see 15, 20, 25 years of the dishwasher. In a state like Massachusetts, things to consider because you have to factor in licensed plumbers to connect and disconnect the gas, and just the cost of, or the water in this case, to just get a dishwasher installed is expensive. So we see a lot of people leaning on, hey, I had a Miele, it lasted 20 years, I want another one. Particularly as well, we see that when people are doing custom cabinets or they're doing cabinets that it might have wood-fronted panels. Very important. Miele is a strong consideration there because if it's going to last 15, 20 years, your cabinets are going to stick around a lot of times, those custom cabinets that long, and you don't want to be dealing with having to take them off, put them on, and all that's involved there.
Yeah,
Will
not the
they
easiest,
fit the new dishwasher, all that. So we really like it for that reason. Then we get into the actual usability. You know, again, we talk about racking when we think about Miele. Really, I think, takes racking to the next level. Bosch has good flexibility in its racking. Miele really built the racking. The third rack that you see in a lot of these brands today, most dishwashers have some type of a third rack as an option. Miele built it. Everyone copied it when it lost its patent. So it's really been in the forefront of a lot of these features. The racking inside, if you're somebody that says, hey, I really care about my plates, or I'm particular about how I load, or China, crystal, I use that, those sorts of things. I mean, literally down to holding that plate, it will never bump the next. I mean, just almost bring your plates in. You got to see it if you're in a local market to see how it loads. That third rack, very detailed and organized. The bottom rack can be truly removed entirely for big pots and pans. So just a lot of flexibility in that rack. Moving on down the line, if you're somebody that says, hey, you know, laundry, a big thing is this auto dose, the fact that you can pour all the detergent in and it dispenses. Miele has taken that to the dishwasher, a thing called auto dose, just that. It has a pod or a pack where you can preload the detergent. And from there on, you don't have to load it every single time. You can literally just press your cycle and go. It's going to know when to dispense it and kind of take care of that for you. I like that a lot of times with kids. If you get them into doing some chores around the house and loading the dishwasher, you don't have to worry about how much detergent did they put in. As Americans, we like a lot of detergent. That auto dose kind of takes it away. If you're somebody hearing this, that's a select in a few of their models. If you say, well, I like everything out of the dishwasher, I don't want to use auto dose, you don't have to. It also has a traditional dispenser where you can load your own detergent. As well, when I think about just long-term, they do make 500, 700 series, 700 being kind of the meat of their market. We talked kind of in that $1,500 to $1,800 range, kind of where Bosch leaves off. Really is their meat of their market. But I want to also talk about, they have a professional suite of dishwashers. This dishwasher is made to run twice as long as even the standard Miele dishwashers. The other thing we like about it is it runs on 110 or an optional 220 power model, which is unique, but you're talking in a 110, a complete 55-minute wash. You're talking in a 220 model, a 12 or 13-minute wash, full wash. So if you're somebody that says, you know what, I hate how long dishwashers take, I want things fast, I move faster, we entertain a lot, I need that next set of dishes, the professional is something to consider. And again, if you're putting a panel on it, if it's going to last 20 plus years,
yeah, absolutely,
kind of as a stated standard, not a bad consideration. Can't go wrong with either. It's kind of 1 and 2, 2 and 1, however you look at it for us. So good options either way. You can decide.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for appliance tips and updates from Miele Appliance.
Your feedback is what shapes our series. Like what you saw? Give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
Stay informed and inspired on all your appliance needs. This is Appliance Advisors signing off.